Hopefully we will see some more people joining here in the next few minutes. Good afternoon or morning, depending on what time zone you're joining from. And welcome to our Credly Digital Badge webinar. Wanted to really be able to present this information for any of the new CFPNs wondering when and how to use their new digital badges issued through Credly, as well as provide more information as to why these are really important. Sorry if you can hear the dogs in the background. Just to go over some housekeeping details, today's webinar will be recorded. If you do have any questions, please submit them in the chat. I'll make sure to keep an eye on that to answer any kind of questions you do have. We can answer questions throughout the webinar as well as at the end as well. My name is Skylar Roach. I am a credentialing associate here at the Competency and Credentialing Institute. I'll be going over most of the CFPN stuff, and then we do have Katie Sievers from Credly joining us as well. She is their customer success manager, giving us a good broad view on what digital badges are. Then we do have Taylor Neese as well, who is our associate marketing manager here at CCI. She is going to be kind of our moderator today, as well as presenting some important information at the end. Our objectives today is to give you more information about what digital badges are and how to use them, especially for those CFPNs that have already earned their badges. That we will also go over the benefits of digital badging and really review what this means for the CFPN digital badges. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Katie to go over the broad details.
Thank you, Skylar, and great to meet you all who are in attendance. And I really want to just give you a big picture about what digital badges are. I'm going to talk a little bit later on about how to use them. But a digital badge is a portable form of recognition for what you can do. And I'm going to explain the portability piece in a second. But an important piece of this is that it's not just a piece of paper or a fancy sticker. It has this rich metadata. That's all that text that you see on this page that describes the outcomes of the certification program, specific skills that are associated with that as well, and a big list of things that you did to earn that credential. So if you go to the next slide, I mentioned the word rich. What I mean by that is it's got some layers to it. And so each of the skill tags actually link out to live labor market insights that show you where your skills are in demand in the workforce. And so that can be a great glimpse into how you can apply the things that you're learning and proving that you can do in the certification program. Go ahead to the next slide. So I also mentioned portable. That means basically that you can take this credential and put it wherever you think it'll help you with your career, whether that's LinkedIn, or downloading a transcript or sending a transcript to someone, maybe a boss, or sharing in other platforms that you can see in the screenshots. So really the purpose of a digital credential is to help you tell your professional journey wherever you're having those conversations. Go ahead to the next slide. And there are some great benefits to doing that. So big picture, digital credentials can help the world talk about skills in a really standardized way. And what I mean by that is when you have the metadata of that credential, we're not just looking at images or paper certificates. We're really talking about what does it mean to actually earn a credential? What are the outcomes? Like I said, what did you do to earn that credential? In a way that everyone can understand the context of that skill set. And having that full picture helps employers make more equitable hiring decisions. And that's because it helps move away from, degree requirements or proxies such as who you know, and moves the conversation toward what you can actually do. And in that way, we can help focus on closing the skill gap by hiring people who have the skills that we are missing in our organization. So that's kind of the big picture. But to drill down a little bit more into how this is going to help you all, first of all, you can access those real-time labor market insights, which can help perhaps inform your current career or the next steps you might be taking. It helps you get recognition for the amazing skill sets that you have, whether that's by getting, a handful of thumbs up on LinkedIn or sending you the credential to your boss so that they know that you're continuing your learning. And all of that is happening in a really credible and validated way. And through our platform, the data that's in the credential is all verified by CCI. So your viewers of your credential know basically that it's legit and you're not trying to pull some fraud in showing your credentials. And that's really important, especially in your industries. Go ahead and go to the next slide. And I'll turn it over to Skylar.
All right, so I really wanted to talk about tying into that why we would use the digital badges instead of physical certificates. Like she was saying, this shifts the focus to really allow individuals to display their skills in a better way that really reflects your capabilities. And as you can see, I do have a digital badge earned from the Institute of Credentialing Excellence. And you can see that profile that I have there with the badge. If you have more badges, those will show up alongside and below. You can link this to any kind of potential employers that want to see your achievements, as well as sharing that on any kind of social media. So for example, I have mine here just from LinkedIn. Alongside that, like she was saying, it does have all those details. It has like a clear description of what the actual badge is about, as well as the skills that you earn from completing that achievement as well as the learning criteria that is required for earning that badge. And then at the bottom, you do have those insights. What I really wanted to touch on too is how easily accessible, displayed, and verified it is. When they do click on your digital badge and see this page, they'll see your name on the top, as well as a verify link that they can click on, and that'll give them a lot more details about when it was issued, who it was issued by, who it's issued to, and the dates. And like she was saying, this is just a really great way to accurately verify your credentials. So as far as CFPN is concerned, we do have 5 digital badges that are available right now. Each digital badge is associated with the components of the credential as well as the credential itself. So we do have that knowledge-based test, the PPCSR, the 16 PF, reflective learning exercise, and then the CFPN. So when you do earn your badges, that's earned once you have completed the knowledge-based test, and then you do have the modules accessible in your CCI classroom. So when you log in, there should be a link to the side allowing you to access your classroom. You'll get access to each module one at a time, and we do require one for that knowledge-based test, just an attestation saying that you did take the test and you passed, just to ensure that you do get that digital badge. And how do you use your badge? So once you do complete that module in CCI Classroom, you're going to end up getting an email from admin@Credly. It's going to look something like this, depending on which module you just completed. At the end, you'll get that CFPN one, and this is the example that we have here. You're going to go ahead and click on that Accept Your Badge button, and it will either prompt you to log in or create a Credly account. If you already have one, you can just log in, but if you don't, you'll need to create an account just to have that profile to really show all of those badges that you have earned. And then you can redirect your employers to that page as well. And then once you've created your account and you have your badges, you do have the option to share that. Like I said, I had shared mine on LinkedIn. You do also have the option to share on Facebook, Twitter. You can even publish this in an email, create a public link, or even have an embedded code to place on a website. Now, what are the benefits of the CFPN digital badges specifically? All of our components are really designed to help stimulate self-reflection as well as provide information to really inform your professional development choices. The knowledge-based test helps demonstrate an introductory level knowledge in 7 subject areas, and being able to showcase that badge really shows this accomplishment. When it comes to the PPCSR, this is also going to provide data on relative strengths in 6 general areas of perioperative nursing. And you can also see with this how your scores compared to other perioperative nurses. So this is really the survey portion that gives you a perception on your own strengths. And then the 16PF is a really cool validation tool that has decades of data behind it. And this one really reveals a lot of your potential. It confirms suitability, as well as identifies any kind of developmental needs or anywhere or any areas that you need to improve. And then finally, with that self-reflective learning exercise, this kind of ties everything in to really document the reflective learning from the previous components about your strengths and areas for improvement. So these all together really help to move you into that CFPN and create a solid foundation for your career-long professional development success. This is why we created the CFPN, just so we could have a really good, well-rounded picture of the whole individual and give you a roadmap for professional development choices. And then using that as a foundation, it will actually serve as a stepping stone as well into additional perioperative credentials, like our CNOR or CNAMB. This is a really cool idea of being able to provide our nurses now with something when they first start their perioperative career versus like with the CNOR and CNAMB, that usually you have to wait a couple years to earn that. It's the 2-year eligibility requirement for those. So we wanted to give something that showcases that perioperative nurses just starting in their career do still know their stuff and they can showcase those skills as well. And then what I love about this is this kind of ties into all of this idea of stacking credentials, which is really a sequence of credentials that is accumulated over time and helps you move along a career pathway. Like Katie was saying, you know, digital credentials can help in general labor market prospects, and then stacking credentials helps even more because you can showcase even more skills along with that. And then this also helps you develop more skills that you need to advance on the job, as well as earn credentials that enable further study. And with the CNOR and the CNAMB, if you do become an active CFPN or currently are, the great thing about this is, again, it's got that stepping stone capability of moving into these credentials a little bit sooner than prior. So if you've got that active CFPN instead of the 24 months eligibility, we would only require 18 months. And then on top of that, we do also provide a $45 discount for individual single takes and then a $50 discount for the take 2. We really just wanted to be able to provide this opportunity, not only just for nurses starting out, but as a part of a new initiative that we're starting at CCI, which is our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Initiative. We really wanted to design this to provide resources to under-resourced facilities to really help jumpstart careers. And in doing that with the CFPN and moving into other credentials and giving that discount and having those decreased eligibility requirements, it really helps people to move up a little bit quicker and in a much more validated and verifiable way. And like Katie was saying, you know, this is a great means on being able to create that equitable distribution, and it cuts down on discrimination, documents and demonstrates your competency, and really does facilitate that skills-based hiring versus focusing on, you know, like what kind of university you came from. We don't have a ton of information about this because it is an initiative that we did just start, but we are hoping to be able to talk more about it at the ARN Global Surgical Conference and Expo in March. Does anybody have any questions right now before we move on to Taylor's announcement? If not, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Taylor.
Thank you, Skylar. If you could just switch to the next slide. So we are really excited to be announcing a giveaway for our CFPN or CFPN eligible nurses. So one lucky nurse could win a free CNOR or CNAMB exam seat. It's completely their choice as to which one. So this giveaway will start today and will run until the end of the year, and we will choose a winner in early 2022. So to enter, all you need to do is share your digital badge on social media and be sure to tag CCI in your post. So you can use whatever social media platform you use. You do get extra entries for every social media channel utilized, but you just have to tag us in it so that we can see your digital badge that you have shared and that you have earned and are displaying. So this is a really exciting opportunity for CFPN eligible nurses or CFPN nurses who are interested in earning their CNOR or CNAMB certifications. So does anybody have any questions on our giveaway? No. Okay. Skylar, then I'll send it back your way.
Sorry. Look, hi. Sorry, I couldn't get to my phone fast enough. I was wondering, so for this giveaway, are you going to be putting that on the different social media platforms?
We will be. So I will also announce this on social media. We just wanted to announce it with first. But yes, we will promote this on social media by the end of the week. So those who did not attend the webinar can still learn about it.
Awesome. And if are we going to put the recording on the social media in case there's people that are busy in rooms right now? Link?
Yes, we will be. So we did record this webinar and I will be uploading it to the CCI YouTube channel and then also sharing it across our various platforms.
Thank you.
And I'll just finish that off. If anybody does have any questions, I am the point of contact. This is Skylar again with CFPN. So you're more than welcome to just reach out to us by phone or just at our info box, or if you just want to reach out to my email directly, because I am that point of contact. I do have a lot more knowledge about this credential. And if anybody needs help sharing their badge, any kind of information regarding the CFPN, I'm definitely more than happy to help. If anybody else has any other questions too, I'm more than happy to answer them now as well. If not, I think that's going to conclude our presentation about our Credly digital badges. Thank you so much to everybody, to Katie, Taylor, thank you so much for your presentations and help with everything. Really excited to get this digital badges out there and really start this new opportunity for everybody. Super exciting.
Thanks, Skylar. And I just wanted to add a big congratulations to everyone who's already earned the credentials and shared them out. I'm seeing them on LinkedIn already, and it's just such an important role you all fill. So thank you all for your work and congratulations on your achievements.